Welcome to Analytics with Nags. In this video, I'm going to share one trick about how to copy a table or entire database from one server to another server using generate scripts in SSMS. Basically, typically when you want to copy a database from one server to another server, people used to do a database backup and restore it over there. That is the one of the solution. But sometimes you need to copy some table data from one server to another server. Then you can use the import export wizard. But the problem occurred recently for me is I do not have access to the target because it's hosted in Azure. So how to move it? But someone has access to run the scripts. When you give it as a script, then they can run it. But table create scripts can be created. But how about moving the data? How the data inside the table will be moved? So while searching for a solution, I got the solution we can generate a script as a data itself, then we can do it. So that's what I want to share as part of this video. Let's try to understand what I'm trying to say. So basically assume we have some database here, and in another server, this is server A, and in another server you need to move 2 to 3 tables. All these tables has to be moved into new server. Usually what people will do, let us do that. People will say take a backup and give this backup file to the user. But what happened, due to security reason, they do not have to move such a backup huge database, because database will be too huge. It is not very simple like this. I want to move only 2 to 3 tables over the target, right? So in that case, you can either use import export data, import data, right? In this wizard, you need source and target connection. Using that, you can do it. So if you have a connection to your source and target, you can do it. But my problem, what I'm demonstrating is the target connection is not there. I have access to my source data. This data to be moved to Azure. The source Azure I cannot able to connect. So but if I give it as a script, then someone can generate. So there is option to what initially we thought we can create a script, and how we can move the data. We can export it in Excel, then we'll do a lot of things. But to simplify our job, what SSMS does is in the task we have a generate scripts. In the generate scripts, we have an option to script entire database and all database objects, or you want to move 1 or 2 tables. So in my case, I want to move these 3 tables, assume like that. Then I choose next. What it will do, along with the script, you need to choose the advanced. You have an option here, type of data to script. Schema only, schema means create table script. But I want data only, it will have insert into script. If I say schema and data both, it will create the table script and then also insert into script. So I choose this one. Then I have made save to new query window or whatever. If you want to save it in a file directly, you can do that. Then click on next, then click on next over here. So what it will give you is along with your table creation script, it will extract all the data in a form of a file insert into table. You can see from this script here, insert into this table, and then related data along with all the tables you have mentioned. You can do entire database like this. If it is a huge database, I recommend not to follow this tips. It is basically just for some simple table that you want to quickly move, but you do not have access to the target connection. You can generate the scripts. Basically, I want to give you idea about generate scripts. In generate scripts, you can also generate the data, as a script. That is what I want to share with you. So once you have this file, you can save this file and give it to the target user who has specific access. They can take this script and execute in your target server. I hope you understand what I mean. So this will be very useful if you are not using, you start using this generate script. This can be applied for any other reasons as well. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and comment below for queries, and do subscribe this channel for learning the tips and tricks like this. Do remember that data is your asset.